Yes, welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 188. Why you should protect data with Bitlocker. Why you should protect data with Bitlocker. My name is Anthony Germanos. I'll be the presenter today. Bitlocker is a feature of Windows 10 Professional and Windows 11 Professional that lets you encrypt the hard drive. A benefit of encrypting the hard drive is if the computer gets stolen and somebody pulls the hard drive out and then connects it to another computer, they will be prompted for the 48-character BitLocker recovery key. If they do not have it, they cannot see what's on their drive. It's an obvious security tool. I'm talking to the camera right now, then I will switch to the PowerPoint, then I will play a video that has narration in the video. So it'll be a video embedded within this video. Pretty cool, I agree. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. And I think Bitlocker is both in confidentiality and availability. It's in confidentiality because if somebody steals a Bitlocker encrypted drive and they do not have the key, then they cannot see your data. Your data remains confidential. And I think Bitlocker is in the availability domain because the drive is not available unless they have the Bitlocker recovery key. Two benefits. Let's continue on and talk about what a Bitlocker encrypted drive looks like in your Windows File Explorer. And here I'm going to start sharing the screen and let you see my PowerPoint. So I'm going to share screen. In this screen capture, I'm showing my C drive, which has Bitlocker, and Bitlocker is unlocked, meaning I have provided the 48-character recovery key. I can tell it has Bitlocker because the drive icon has the padlock. And I can tell that I've opened or unlocked the drive because the padlock is open. Pretty cute graphic, yes. When you go through the process of creating a Bitlocker encrypted drive, Windows will give you a screen like this that shows you the drive identifier and the Bitlocker recovery key. This drive identifier has the final 6 digits of 859 Foxtrot 6 Delta, and the last six characters of the recovery key are 067144. Save this recovery key somewhere. I've seen clients print this out and put it in a binder. Bravo. If you connect a drive that has Bitlocker protection, but you have not yet unlocked the drive, then the icon will look like this. My F drive here is an external connected drive. It's connected through a USB port. It is Bitlocker protected, and I am waiting for the Bitlocker recovery key to unlock the drive. Rather, my computer is waiting for that Bitlocker recovery key. So right now, I cannot tell what's on the drive. I cannot tell the capacity. I cannot tell how much of that capacity is in use. It's just coming up as the F drive, and heck, I cannot get into it until I provide the recovery key, which of course looks like this. Now it's time to play a movie. I'm going to turn off my video and share the audio from the movie. Let's share the sound, turn off my camera, and play this video.
Hey everybody, Anthony Germanos. Today I'm presenting Microsoft Bitlocker, which is a feature in Windows 10 that lets you encrypt your hard drive. Sometimes we call this encrypting data in place, and sometimes we call it encrypting data at rest. We start in Windows Explorer. You right-click the drive you want to encrypt, which in this case is the C drive, and we choose Turn on Bitlocker. We decide where we want Windows to save the recovery key, and I choose to save to a text file. Microsoft is going to give this text file a rather cryptic name, which is a good thing, and I'll explain why in a minute. But for right now, let's just remember to save this key to somewhere besides the C drive. So I'm going to save it. Then Microsoft asks if I want to encrypt just the part of the drive that has data or the whole drive. I'm choosing option A. just the part of the drive that has data. In the next box, we get to choose if we want the new encryption mode or the old encryption mode. I choose new. We also have an option to run a system check, which is kind of like running a virus scan when we restart the computer. I turn the checkbox on and then restart the computer. So here comes a restart, and I'm about to launch the second video. We're back, and we're looking at Windows Explorer. We encrypted the C drive. You can tell C is encrypted because it has a padlock icon, and the padlock is open, which tells us that I provided the recovery key to get into the C drive. Actually, with this computer, it has a TPM chip, and that means Trusted Platform Module. It lets Windows automatically open the drive because the recovery key is stored on the motherboard. The C drive is encrypted, the E drive is not. The E drive is where we have the recovery key. So let's go to E and then take a look at the recovery key. This is a short or small text file. And remember when I was talking about the name being rather cryptic? That was a good thing because the drive identifier ends in D9E or Delta Niner Echo. The file name also ends in D9E or Delta Niner Echo. If you have a lot of recovery keys to keep track, putting the drive identifier in the file name makes life a lot easier. If you were to save this as a PDF, then you'd have to type the name out and figure out how to keep track of these. We also have a recovery key, and this recovery key is 48 characters, and it's all numerical, which is a good thing. As if I take a drive out, then connect it to another computer, I get prompted for the recovery key. And I know recovery keys are always 48 characters and they're only numerical. That's a good thing. It's also a good thing to make sure you do not store your recovery key with the actual computer. And that's because if somebody steals the computer, they have the computer and the recovery key. They would take out the drive, connect it to their computer, and then use the recovery key that was also in the bag to get into the drive. Make sure you store the recovery key away from the computer. That way, if somebody steals the computer and they pull out the drive and they connect the drive to another computer, they can't do anything because they don't know that 48-character recovery key. Bitlocker. It's part of Windows 10 Professional, no extra cost, and of course, save your recovery key somewhere separate from the computer. Mark Anthony Germanos, stay safe out there.
Well, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Now that you know about Bitlocker, which is a free functionality in Windows 10 Pro and Windows 11 Pro, which encrypts your hard drive, let me ask what you will do with this information. Option 1, you will turn on BitLocker, provided that you have Windows 10 Pro or Windows 11 Pro. Option 2, you'll say, no, I don't have to worry about that because I don't want to deal with saving BitLocker recovery keys. Or option 3, maybe you'll just forget this because 24 hours from now, you'll go back to doing whatever you usually do, and you'll look at other YouTube videos at random and say, well, I don't even know what that Mark guy was talking about yesterday. I hope that you install BitLocker and then, of course, save the key. It cannot be too secure. Today's presentation is sponsored by my fourth book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are two author personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy, who wants to protect you, because I'm the good guy. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy who wants to rip you off. Brad says, hey man, I'm good at hacking. Hacking is easy, and hacking is easy money. And that is Brad Cracker's worldview. I am done. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been, but you chose to listen to me talk about BitLocker, which you can use to encrypt drives, which will protect the data from people who steal your computer and then try to access the data without having that 48-character recovery key. Thank you for watching. Good day, everybody.